Hello everyone, bonjour à tous and welcome again in another topic. Here we will talk about the verbs in French, the conjugation of the verbs in French, and we will focus just on the normal regular verbs because there are some irregular verbs. We will not talk about these verbs this time. Now we just focus on the normal regular verbs. First group, second group, and third group. We have three groups in French. So easily we can know them. How can we know them? From the end of the verbs. So here, for example, if you can see les verbs on ER, le premier groupe, that's the first group. How we know if the verb is ending with ER. Okay, and here, second group is ending with IR, les verbs on ER, that's IR. And then the third group, which is troisième groupe, RE, RE. Okay, let's take them one by one. And again, I repeat, here we're talking about the normal verbs only, not the exceptions. Fine? Okay, so the first group verbs. How should we learn? Should we study all the verbs? No, you should not do that. You should learn what to do in one of them, what are the endings, and then in the same way you can apply to all the first group ones. Second group also, it has endings. Once you learn them, you can apply to all second group verbs, and third group, same way, it has endings and we can apply them. So here for the first group, for example, we will take verb parler. Parler means to talk. As you can see here, we can simply remove the ER at the end. So this ER we will not need anymore here, okay? And instead of that, we will add endings, which is written in red here. So as you can see, with je means I. Je parle, ending with E, that means I speak, or I'm talking, I talk, okay? Tu parles, you speak. Parle with tu, ending with ES, and we don't have to pronounce both. Il parle, he speaks. Elle parle, she speaks. On parle, someone speaks, okay? All of them here are ending with E. They are written together because they take the same conjugation. Nous parlons, we speak. Nous, with nous, we add ONS at the end of the verb. Vous parlez, all of you, you all speak. Here it is EZ at the end with vous. And il avec S, elle avec S, which means they. Il avec S, the first one, it means they for boys or for mix, like group of boys and girls. Elle avec S, which means they only for girls. Both of them taking the same conjugation, we add ENT at the end. So we say, il parle, elle parle. We don't pronounce the ENT at the end, okay? In the same way here, we can, if we know these endings, which are written in red, we can choose any of these verbs, and we can just apply the same rule. Some small little difference are there in few verbs, but let's focus on the main rule for now, okay? So, for example, if I will take verb like visiter. Visiter means to visit. Here, if I want to do visiter and I want to conjugate by myself, let's apply what we learned, okay? Again, here, visiter, that's an ER verb, okay? That's a first group verb. Okay, and the verb name is visiter. Okay, fine. Then what should I do? Normally, like what we did in the other verb. The ER I will not need anymore. So, visit, it will be repeated in all of them. And I will add the endings. What are the endings? With je, I add E. With tu, ES. And then here with il and L, on. Same answer for all these three. Visite, ending with E. Or in French we say E. Nous visitons. Vous visitez. And then the last one is il, elle, avec S of course. Visite. E-N-T, on ne prononce pas. We don't say it. So here again, je visite, I visit. Tu visites, you visit. Il, elle, on visite. He, she, someone visits. Nous visitons, we are visiting. Vous visitez, all of you are visiting. And il avec S, elle avec S, visite, they are visiting. That's about the first group, okay? And let's go back here to the same PowerPoint. So as I said, we can apply the rule to these verbs. There is little difference in some verbs, but the main rule is what I explained. Okay, if we move to the second group verbs, second group is ending with IR. It's called le deuxième groupe, second group. Mainly here, we will take a verb like finir, we will remove or cut the IR, I don't need anymore. And then I will add the endings which are written in red. Okay, you can see it's written next to the verbs. So for the first one, I remove the IR and add IS, same way in the second one, and so on. When I pronounce, I say je finis. Je finis means I finish. Tu finis, you finish. Il finit, he finished. Elle finit, she finished. And then on finit, someone finished. Okay? If you pronounce the left side, all of them I said fini. So these endings we don't pronounce. Let's go to the right side. We have here nous. With nous we add a long one, a huge amount of s's, iss, ons. Okay? Basically, it's the same endings of the first group, so ons, ez, ent, but we just write before them iss. So nous finissons, we finish. Vous finissez, you all finish. Ils finissent, and then elles finissent. They finish, one for boy and one for boys, sorry, and one for girls. Okay, if I want to apply this, I will just go back here. Now we choose a second group verb. Instead of visiter, I will leave the left side as it is because I still will use it in again, and in the third group also. So here I can choose a verb for IR. IR group, we can choose verb like punir. Punir means to punish. Okay, that's punir, and there was IR. This IR I don't need anymore. Okay, so I will say here je punis, and then I will add the end once I finish. Let's do the verb firstly without the end to make it easier. Okay, this is the verb itself. Now I should add the endings. Let me add the endings in a different color. Puni, and the same, and then puni, it. Here, the long one. So iss on s, and then iss ez. Okay, how we pronounce it? Je punis, I punish. Tu punis, you punish. Il, elle, on punit. He, she, someone punish. Nous punissons, we punish. Vous punissez, you all of you are punishing or punish. Il, elle punissent, they are punishing. Okay? So let's go now for the PowerPoint again. That's verb finir. And in the same way of what we learned now in the second group, we can apply to these verbs here. These are just some examples. You can take a screenshot if you want. Here it's written all of them are ending with IR, so I can apply the same rule to them. Okay? Now let's have a look on the third group. Les verbes on RE. Third group, or as we say in French, le troisième groupe. What we have in the third group. How should we know this verb is the third group or what? First group, we said it's ending with ER. Second, IR. Third, RE. So here, a verb like perdre. Perdre means to lose. Okay? We will remove the RE as usual. This is the easiest short endings ever. So with je, I will add S, tu, S, il, elle, on, nothing. We will not add anything here. Nous, ONS, like first group, vous, EZ, and then il, elle avec S, ENT, ENT at the end. So here just say, I say, je perds, I lose, tu perds, you lose, il perd, he loses, elle perd, she loses, and then on perd, someone is losing, okay? Nous perdons, ONS, we say here, like generally, nous perdons, we are losing, vous perdez, you are losing, and then ils perdent, elles perdent, we don't pronounce the ENT at the end, Okay, in the same way of exactly, I can choose one of these verbs and I can apply the rule to it. Okay, let's take one verb like attendre, the first one. Attendre means to wait. Okay, so we'll go back here and I will do some change. Okay, we are ready. Let's start. Verb re attendre. Attendre means to wait again. Okay, here I will simply remove the re, so I will write attend. There is a little change we will do soon. And again, fine. I wrote the verb without the endings, without the re. Now I should add the ending, okay? But there is one small thing we have to do. Verb attendre, it starts with an A. A in French is a vowel, okay? So in that case, we have to do a little change with je. We cut the E as you saw, and then we make apostrophe, just with je. So je, which means I, if it's followed by a verb start with a vowel, we remove the E and add apostrophe here, okay? Now let's add the endings. What are the endings of the third group? If you remember, S, and then nothing. I will not add anything in the third one. And here, like first group, ONS, EZ, and ENT. Now let's say it. J'attends. I wait, or I am waiting. Tu attends. You are waiting. Il, elle, on attend. He, she, or someone is waiting. So the first three are the same pronunciation. Attends. Nous attendons. Nous, if you watch the previous videos, here S is between two vowels, the U and the A. In that case, we pronounce it as Z. So we say, nous attendons, vous attendez, same way. Il, elles attend. Il or elles attend. Attend, it's ending with ENT, we don't say. So, nous attendons, we are waiting. Vous attendez, you are all waiting. Il, elles attendent means they are waiting. That's it. Voila. I hope it was useful. That was a general quick applying for the first, second, third group verbs. And of course, you study what is suitable to your level. And that's it. I hope it was useful. Merci, bonne journée, au revoir.